Hey guys, this is our volleyball course summary, all packaged on this little video. Enjoy. Nine-person volleyball. Players in nine-man volleyball do not rotate as in traditional volleyball. Any of the three players in the back row can serve at any time. The players may serve from any position behind the line.
The game of volleyball had to come from somewhere, and was invented in 1895 by William G. Morgan, who designed the game to be a combination of basketball, baseball, tennis, and handball. The first game was played in 1957. The International Olympic Committee designated volleyball as an Olympic team sport. Today, volleyball is spread to 211 countries around the world.
Beach volleyball. First appeared in Hawaii in 1915. Beach volleyball is played outside in the sand. It consists of two teams of two, with no attack line, and has slightly smaller courts. Games are played up to 21 points, and you are allowed to go under the net as long as there is no interference with the other team. A block also counts as a touch, and max 3 touches per side. Volleyball systems. 5-1 system is used when there is only one strong setter. The setter in a 5-1 system mainly has two people to set to, but can have three if he has got the first touch. 4-2 systems. There can only be two setters. You mainly use a 4-2 system for weaker beginning setters. The setter in the backcourt is a backup setter. If he or she from the front court setter takes the first.
Reverse sixes volleyball is a variation of volleyball where it is co-ed based with 6 players on the court. The number of males and females on the court must be the same, and female players can only block and hit in the front court. Blocks do not count as hits for the 3 touches you have on your side. There is a zigzag service order with no rotations, and males are allowed to back row attack. However, they cannot jump at the front court if they are positioned there originally. Note that males are usually in the back and females are in the front. However, based on players' skills, the male can play in the front if they are a good passer. There are many branches of offensive strategies that come in such a competitive sport. These offensive strategies are used to score points. However, they vary from court movement, passing, and hitting. Some examples of this are quick sets, 1-foot attacks, down balls, free ball, tips, fake swings, or even tooling the block. Targeting during serves such as weaker players or hitting along boundaries and gaps are also useful skills. Utilizing good attack approach or attack positioning helps set up for a better attack on the offensive end as well. Serve reception is a formation a team forms in receival of the ball. There are three types of formations: line formation, cup formation, and W formation. Line formation is where there are three passers, therefore they must all be good at covering their corresponding lanes. Cup formation has a very large hole in the middle. However, there are less players behind the attack line. W formation has some gaps. It is often known as the beginner's formation, and if there is very little communication, then it is very hard to receive the ball. Hitting deep corners is a mind-based strategy in catching the opposing team off guard. Opposing teams may scramble once ball has been rallied, often causing players to move up drastically, being out of position. Targeting corners forces players to question if a ball is in or out. However, this tactic cannot be used all the time, mainly used to throw off the defense once in a while. Passing in general for the game of volleyball is very important. However, getting the first pass to the setter is vital. Getting the first pass to the setter helps perform better sets and stronger attacks. By letting the setter have the second touch, there are many options for what the setter can do, such as quicks, shoots, or even unprepared tips.
Forearm pass. Start in a ready position. This means knees are bent at a 90 degrees angle, both hands in front of you, straight hands together, one on top of the other, forming a bond. Once done, it is time to pass the ball to your teammate. When you are about to forearm pass, the ball should contact your forearms, and hands should be pointing towards the target. Things to keep in mind when doing a forearm overhead pass. When doing an overhead pass, you should move so the ball's path is aimed at your forehead. You should always square your feet, hips, and shoulders to the ball, and your thumb should be pointed to the ground. When you're about to do an overhead pass, the ball should have maximum contact surface between your fingertips. Always extend elbows and knees. Overhead serve. Start with your feet. Put your left foot in front of the right, about shoulder width apart. Hold the ball at eye level with your left hand on the bottom and your right hand on the top. The toss should only be high enough so that when you pull back your right arm, the hand contacts the ball on its downward swing. Spike. Get into position. If you are right-handed, you may have more powerful spike when you approach from the left side of the court, and vice versa if you are left-handed. If you are tall or can jump higher, try standing near the middle. Watch the setter. Assume the correct stance. Hit the ball with the center of your hand. Always make sure to call set to your setter so he knows who to set to and have a good hitting ability and try to get the point. Once you hit the ball with the center of your hand, you should have gotten a nice clean hit.
Backing up on a free ball is a common formation that occurs when you are ready for an easily handled attack. Observing how your opponent reacts to the ball and moving to position according to this assists to get a better attack for your side. Ensuring team movement is coordinated helps prevent tripping over others, and yelling free communicates with the team so that the game flows smoother. Every team sport requires communication in order to be successful. In fact, chemistry is necessary for the game of volleyball to flow. Terms such as free, out, in, deep, short, and even help confirms with teammates for when they make decisions during the game. Ensuring communication between a hitter and setter is also very important in order to get stronger and cleaner attacks off. Calling the ball when a player is incapable of getting it is a communication error that may occur.